And how do you define winning? Like the 1%? Like what is winning?
Oh God, to me, dude, it just like I could break it down to so many different things. But winning your day, beating that workout today, I just struggled in the shower, making sure I made it through that time. I think that's winning right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the cold showers for people that are not knowing what he's talking about. Like Robert and I really got into the Wim Hof method, and one part of that is cold showers. So it's sometimes tough to get through, but afterwards you feel
Yep,
great, right?
very true, man. Very true. Go ahead.
And that's what we discussed. I don't know when this was, like a few weeks back. Like what the body needs and what the body wants is not the same thing at all. Like you don't want that cold shower, but you need it. Like you don't want that spinach. You want a pizza, but you don't need that. You don't want to work out, but your body needs it. So it's not the
It,
same
no
at all.
joke, man. Like that's and you know it, man. My philosophy in life is everything's backwards, and typically the things we're running from is the things we need to run towards, and that really is true. It's very true, and I knew it today, man. I'm like, I feel it inside of me. Like whenever I feel weak, I'm like, this is the moment I gotta like get through it. You know what I'm saying? Like I cannot give up now because I think in the moments when you're strong and you're strong minded and like you kind of you don't get through it all the way, that's not as damaging to the mind. It is when you're like weak and because you're going to constantly teach your mind the habit of like running away when you're weak. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And it's also, I think, the short term versus the long term. Let me place this. Yeah, okay. So in the short term, you think you don't want that, but on the long term, it will benefit you, right? So let's take the cold showers, for instance. Like on the short term, you're looking up to it, like, I don't want to do it. But in the long term, it's going to feel great. So it may not feel great now, but in the long term, it will
Yeah,
pay off.
100%, man. You know, I was cause
So the
go
long
ahead.
term, no, go
Uh,
ahead. Hey, go
you know,
you.
I was gonna because I wanted to bring this up. It's funny that we're even talking about this now. Because of my moment in the shower and what I was thinking about was when you described to me when you jumped into the lake and then you got to get out of the lake. So the lake wasn't the problem. It was actually getting out of the lake and getting home. And that brought me back to when I was in the river. And then I think about Wim Hof and I'm like, how is this guy like jumping into these cold lakes and then getting out in freezing weather and still dealing with it? That's a whole other level I haven't reached yet. And I know that right there is the level I want to kind of try to get to. Because you could probably bring yourself back to that moment, man. How hard was that? To get through that.
Yeah, it's funny because we thought we were already done. And that was kind of the cool challenge. Like we were done, the swim was okay, and then we went out, and then the party
Yeah,
started.
dude. Yeah. And I'm sure you were shivering
So
uncontrollably, right?
yeah, just but that was the weird thing. Like when we walked back, I was like talking to my friend, and I couldn't talk and couldn't move my lips and my mouth. It was just I was shivering, and I started to do the breathing. Like, I need to hold on for a bit longer, and then it happened like this. I could talk. I was like, I'm warm. I could talk again. Like my mouth is okay. And he was like, what the hell? What's happening? I was like, I don't know. It's
So you
completely
started
gone.
the breathing method and that like kind of brought the blood back in and warmed you up, is what you think?
Yeah, and combined with the mindset, just
Letting go.
like you talk about this all the time, like letting go.
Yeah.
Exactly. It was so weird.
Yeah, dude.
And I was like, fine, I could walk home, and I was the last one to take the warm showers. Like I was okay. So it's a combination of the breathing, but also indeed what you're saying, like just let it
Yeah,
go.
it's such a big one. I think that that's what my battle was today. And what I really had to do to myself is just I had to start screaming at myself like a drill sergeant. Quit being a bitch. Like this is just not going to kill you. And like I remember thinking about that, and then once I pump myself up, sometimes that's the letting go for me. Then I let it go. I'm like, it's not a big deal anymore. So that does happen to me for sure. I think it's more difficult though, like because that's what I was trying to connect to is that moment when you got out of the lake. Like you said, you thought it was over. It was over for me. And I'm in a heated room now. You know what I'm saying? You're outside, so like I was trying to envision myself being in that situation. I don't know, man. I don't know if I could have got through it today. You know,
We kind of had no choice. Like we still had
no
to walk
joke,
home.
man.
So
And it did make
uh,
me think of like I said when I did that river with my brother and my sister-in-law. And actually, like what you talked about, man, I didn't really get the shivering in the mouth, but like my feet weren't working, and I had to stop them for a second. I'm like, I can't walk right because my feet were so numb, I couldn't feel the bottom of them.
Yeah, that's your body like protecting all your organs and your insides, so the blood flows away out of your fingers and toes and goes to the center, of course, to keep that safe.
Absolutely, man. You know, like as
Yeah.
brutal as it sounds, though, like how good did you feel afterwards?
It was
Isn't it?
fucking amazing. It was like we felt cozy as well. Like we're like, oh, we did this and we had some tea on the couch. And I was like, this is
Dude,
fucking
that's how I
great.
feel right now.
Just
Like I
feels
feel
amazing.
cozy, just what you
Yeah,
said. Like I feel really warm inside after a cold shower. It's like so backwards.
yeah, it's crazy. It's
I
so
love it,
crazy.
man. Like I live
And
for it now, you know?